I'm Harold J. Dupuy, and I'm the head baseball coach here at BRCC. I've been here since 2006 and enjoyed every minute of it. Enjoy watching the guys move on to other avenues as far as baseball is concerned, but just as importantly, the kids that's going into the workforce. Watching those guys develop as construction managers and working in the plants as operators and so on down the line. So it's been a great experience, and I look forward to the future. But the most important thing about baseball is that they have the tools to play the game. And if they have the tools to play the game, you have to develop those tools. Part of our strength training program now is to get them strong enough to compete with the guys at the other schools who, they might be recruited a little bit bigger and stronger, But our strength training program is designed to get our guys up to par as far as strength is concerned. But my philosophy is you can be the strongest guy in the world. If you can't hit a baseball, you're not going to play, right? You got to be able to catch it and you got to be able to throw it. And that takes that you got to have the mechanical things. You got to do it right. So our philosophy is we got to work really hard on that. We got to work on that 2-strike count. We got to work on those fundamental things that you absolutely have to do to play at this level, because you don't have time to make a mistake and recover. Well, I think we're going to have really good pitching this year. The fans coming out to the game this year are going to see guys that's going to be advancing as far as pitching is concerned. May have a guy or two who end up going to the Pro Bowl before it's over with, but they'll see excellent pitching out at the ballpark. They'll see us trying to create runs. Right now, we're not a strong hitting ball club, but we got some guys who can be potentially leaders as far as home runs in the conference. That's potential, though. You don't win games on potential. You got to actually do it out there on the field. So we're working real hard to get to that point, because that's the exciting part of baseball. The exciting part of baseball is watch it. They're seeing that pitcher go out there and strike people out, right? They're seeing going through an inning with 1, 2, 3, and man, they made a great play, a double play, and that guy going to play and just crushing the ball. People will come back out to see a man who can really hit the baseball, So we're trying to find those guys right now, and we got potentially. We have some guys who can do that. Putting that team together, where they're working together as a team, you see, where they're pulling for each other. Man, this is good. I can't wait for him to get to at bat. Well, that same feeling has to be with those fans. Man, I can't wait till Nick Burrow comes up to bat. Man, he might hit 500 feet, or Trail or one of the other guys that's up there. So you got to create that within the fan base. We have 9,000 students. If every student committed to go to one game during the course of the season, we'd set a national attendance record for the NJCAA. That's what it's pursuing. Well, if your team sees that kind of effort from your school, from your athletic director, from your fellow students and so on down the line, you're going to be motivated. You're going to want to provide that entertainment. You're going to want to play better. You want to look good, and all those things. And that's that team effort. That's that building effort. That's that bear effort that we are creating right now. Not just for baseball, for everything we do. What about for the people I always say P-TECH, because I know the value of those jobs, and I see those guys going out and guys who, I'm just a baseball player. And 2 years later, they're driving their new car, and they got a truck, and they got a bass boat, and they got a 4-wheel, and so on down the line. And all of a sudden, life has changed, and they're excited about that life, you see? So that team effort and everything that we do here at BRC is critically important, and we need that kind of leadership from everybody, not just from me as a baseball coach, from our department over here, from our faculty, from our administration, to the students. And when you start seeing that, everything at BRCC will start, wow, this is a great place to be. In baseball, you split your season into 2 seasons. One is the trial season. That's your fall season, where you got guys coming in. You're trying to find who's going to be the best player. You're trying to develop that player to his fullest potential, and you don't want to cut those kids. Every kid is good, so you're trying to develop completely. Well, that part of that is development as far as the student is concerned, preparing for their future life. Because if they'll put the effort there, they'll make the effort out there on the baseball field. If they're fundamentally sound in the study habits and so on, then the same thing's going to happen out there on the baseball field. So during the fall, it's a little bit tough as far as the team thing is concerned, because you're trying to develop that individual person. Now, once the fall is completed and you start putting that team together, now you're down to your roster. Okay? At that point, things change, because you have to have that team concept now. Those guys have to play not only for the teammates or the school. You can't look at it that way. They got to be able to play in a team environment, because certain things may have to happen on this particular play, and you got to give the self up to be able to make that play happen. And if all you're thinking about is me, I got to hit the ball over the fence, it might not be the right situation. We'd love it if you could, but there's not too many people can do that. But punching that ball behind the base runner and moving that base runner is critical. So as we transition into the spring, then we start getting more into the team concept. working together to build a team, working together to promote our program, working together to promote our lifestyle, and I think that's where you really start seeing the major league type baseball team being developed. So during the fall, you develop individuals trying to find the right makeup, right players. During the spring, you start putting those individuals together as a team to try to go out and win a championship.